About to unbox this Rowenta iron and give it a try. To see how good it does against some really creased up clothes. And you're watching FlorenceBallardA3060 on film. Right, so, as I explained in the last video I did of the Clatronic iron, the inox one, but if you didn't watch that, then I'll explain a bit about this iron. It's not brand new, I don't think. I'm not too sure. It could be, actually. I haven't looked at it, but it's basically, it's a Rowenta iron in a box. I got it from British Heart Foundation in Wandsworth, the one that I always go to. It is the best British Heart Foundation I go to. That and the one in Kingston, but the one in Wandsworth is like, always has good stuff. So I got that ECI hairdryer from as well. As you all know, I've got a soft spot for Rowenta. Majority of my collection on the shelf behind is Rowenta. There's a space reserved for this. So this is one of the ones I have wanted one of these. So I thought I'd see how it goes. It's a 2000 watt max heat and a 75 gram steam shot to it. The model number, I'm not sure if it is actually on here. It might actually be under... No. Now, there is something that says 35/05. That could mean week 35, 2005. I would sort of think this could be 2005 iron. It is their new logo, though, the one that most of my current ones have, including the Steam. It takes after the Steam Force ones. I'll get my one. You can sort of see that there's a slight bit of resemblance to the style. So as you all know, I have this one here. It's sort of slowly taking after that one. And somebody is messaging me. Is that Zoe? So I've got a thing for Rowenta irons. So we'll unbox it, see what's in it, and then we'll put it to test some stubborn clothes. Oh, you might like my new table, by the way. It's the lid of a washing machine, or actually it's a washer dryer. It's the lid of the old Creeder. I found it in the shed, so I wanted to make a table of it. So yeah, we'll have a little look. Okay, DX1200 is what it is. Made in Germany. There you go. And the ironic thing is the little sticker on the front here. You read that. It says $14.99 from Robert Dyas. That is quite cheap for a Rowenta. Yeah, 7th of July. What? Oh, okay. It says 7th of July 2006. I thought it said 7th of July 2005. I thought that would have been a bit scary if that was addressed on the day of the bombings. Oh, God, that's a bit scary there. Code was, SKU was 137905. Huh. Weird, because obviously I used to work at Robert Dyas. They stopped selling Rowentas there for like, I don't know when. I never ever recall seeing one there. So $14.99. That's quite cheap for a Rowenta, that is. Anyway, get unboxing and we'll see what's in there. So, let's get unboxing. Now, laugh if it isn't a Rowenta that's in there, because I've had that a few times at the old British Heart Foundation. There's been a totally different iron. No, it is a Rowenta, thankfully. So it has been pat tested. So, wow, this actually must be brand new then. My God, it is. It's brand new. It's still got the sole plate on it. The sole plate sticker. Wow. But it must have... I don't think not ever tested this then. Got an instruction manual. Oh my God. It's even got the guarantee with it. And the... I love these little covers that go over the plugs. Wow. So it actually is brand new in the box. Wow. That's now going to be used for storing some CDs in it. Right, okay, I was not expecting that. So, yeah, you got your warranty card. No one's even filled it out. This must have been like, someone must have found it in their like cupboard or attic. Is this a survey or something? Customer survey, you can put... Jackie... No way. I better not read that. I think I've got... Have I got the person's address on this? I'm not going to obviously show that, but... Okay, it's a bit... But I think they got it from somewhere near Kent. I wonder what Robert Dyas has down that way. If it's one that even still exists there. There's your manual. So this is a fold-out manual as well. Step by step. Troubleshooting guide as well. Wow. Amazing. I was not expecting it to be brand new. I thought it would just be like, I found a few there that are that are obviously badged up. So boxed up, but they've obviously been used. Wow. That actually is a proper, alright, we're turning this into a review then. I'm not, this is an actual review. Yeah, look at that. Sleek design. I love Rowenta's sort of sleek design they've got. The sort of clear plastic colours. See, it's got the salt plate sticker on it. You can tell that has been never touched because it's actually wedged under the salt plate. Wow. Wow. This is only my... Because we had a Rowenta... What is it with me and finding Rowentas in their box? Because that other one that I've got came from Solihull. Someone brought it from an electrical store in Solihull near Birmingham. And that came with the box and everything to it. It even came with the receipt that they paid for it. And I'm sure they paid something like 20, 30 odd pound for it. So here we are. Unpopular today. Okay, look at this. So it's got these, I like these little rubber, so that's first thing. Rubber bases, like base here. It even has, it's got a taut security screw to it. I've got a kit that can get through that. So the actual iron itself doesn't touch the surface. That's good. You've got your, what you got here? You've got the steam control. Oh, and that will be your self-clean, that extra notch there. So it comes with the self-clean function. You've got the water jet and the steam. This thing should be extra powerful. It doesn't have a lid to cover that with, but yeah, we'll see what goes on there. I'm going to undo the cable. Even comes with the cable tie for me to be able to tie it back up when I put it in storage. Well, I just coil it around the iron. Wow. Was not expecting that. I'll hit a jackpot with this one. So, it does vertical steam at the side here. Shot of 75 gram steam and it's 2 kilowatt max heating. Right, this says 51/05, so that would be, right, yeah, that makes sense then. This is that sticker is 2005, so 2006, so that's December 2005. Model DX1200. Oh, made in China. So this must be rebadged. That's interesting. I thought Rowenta, well, it's because Rowenta are German, so it's a Rowenta effective DX1200. So it's either that's not Rowenta's official style, and maybe they've just put their badge on this, or they had this one assembled there. Interesting. I presume this little bit here, I presume that's your light for heating. Well, this will be interesting. So I know when you first then with a new iron, you've got to, I know you've got to iron it on a wet towel, so we'll do that first to clean off anything on the sole plate. We'll do that. Hopefully it doesn't go bang like the that 80s Black & Decker one that I got that blew up when I did that. Right, well, let's get using this. I think it's one of Rowenta's more basic models rather than their, I mean it's 2000 watts, so it's not as high as some of the later irons of theirs, like the other one I got. No, that's good, I got a mid-2000s one then. Alright, let's get using this. So the instructions for this iron are a little different. They tell you to heat it up without any water to the maximum setting. Thankfully what we are going to be ironing is cotton when you first use it. And I'm just going to basically do that. It might get some smoke, or yeah, I told you that'd be a light, and maybe a bit of a smell, but that's just the newness of it burning off. Doesn't say anything about ironing anything. I think newer irons you got to do it with, but this one doesn't seem to do anything. So wow, Can't believe that. I knew it was brand new when I saw the wrapping around it and the fact it had that paper on the sole plate. Trust me, I had so many coming to British Heart Foundation that used to be new. That's producing some heat. Oh, God, yeah, that does does smell a bit, but it actually smells nice. Oh, God, yeah. I don't like when irons make any sounds. It always kind of scares me, it does. That's gone up heating, so we just leave it for a bit. I get very flimsy about the irons when they make sounds. Nah. It is burning off some of the new smell. I don't really see any smoke off it. Or anything. So let it heat for about a minute, they say. Right. And then we'll put some water, we'll let it cool down, put some water for it. It's not stainless steel sole plate anyway, it's a ceramic one, so it'll lose the heat a lot quicker. And then we'll run some laundry for it to iron. Yeah, it's just burning it all off. Oh, got it, yeah, it does produce a very new smell. You can tell I've not really done that with new irons before. That's just the plastic, probably the layer. There might just be some sort of protective layer on it. You never know. Just all the new. All right, so as soon as we let it cool down enough, it's pretty mild. I'm going to turn it to the first setting, which is the wall setting. See the lamps come on, the light, and I'm going to obviously. Well, we haven't got any steam until we get to the cotton setting. So unfortunately everything in here jumps from wool to denim, low heat, and then it goes to cottons. I unfortunately don't have anything that requires the medium heat setting, but I've got some very creased up shirts for it to iron. So your water, I don't know if you can see, it'll be filling up through here. So that's what's good about these irons that have visible tanks in them. Your max indicator is here. You never really need to fill your iron fully unless you are someone that stores it with water, which they don't recommend you do. I'm going to fill it halfway, and if we need to put any more in, we will. I've got some items here, so I'm going to iron my wool cardigan, as I have a night out tonight, so this iron can be responsible for ironing my clothes. Well, what else would an iron be doing? I like how this was just meant to be a casual ironing video and it's turned into an actual review. But that's what happens. So, good. So an nice optimal temp for woolens. It's not hot at all, just mild. A lot of irons I use the wool setting tends to be a bit more warmer. They don't recommend you use any fragrance water like Vaporess or any of that stuff, so I don't use that in this. And do not use any descaling agents in your water. Just simply use, I mean, normal tap water's fine, although it does produce limescale, depending on where you are. Where I am, yes, of course, we do get it. Of course, the link will be in the description to all of Rowenta's new irons. But if I find this model anywhere for sale, then I will obviously add that on there. As I say, I just find ironing, I find it's very therapeutic. It's nice. It's nice to be buying so many more irons, although I think I'm now pretty much out of room for irons, but it doesn't mean I'm going to stop ever getting any. It's nice. It just gives it a nice cool, sort of warm iron. It's not, I've already ironed that bit, haven't I? It's this jump. So yeah. So the denim can be ironed a little bit higher. Like so. that's that. You can either hang it up, or I just tend to fold it like so. Keep it on the sofa here. If you ever feel the plug on your iron getting a bit warm, don't worry about that, that's totally normal. It just happens when you use appliances that are drawing a lot of power from the mains. I've got 28 minutes of recording time left on my camera card. I will actually move this camera over here where it gives a bit of a better view. There we go. Okay, so next item is jeans. We can increase the temperature slightly for this one. I will use it on the setting. Unfortunately though, steam is actually only available on the cottons part for this, because normally on an iron it's available from setting from the two heat setting upwards, and I just need to do this. Oh, Shannon's crying at the footy. Football. There we go. If I was to enable steam, would it actually work? Let's have a look. No, it's okay, so it doesn't. That's funny, I've never actually known an iron that doesn't enable steam on the second heat setting. Bit more warmer. That's now the temperature that you'd normally feel. Oh. Well, there is a bit of steam coming off that. But it says on the thermostat setting that it doesn't produce steam on that. Okay. What's going on? Okay, so that's good. It is producing some steam. On the next setting I do though, we'll get to see the proper steam. There's a bit of creasing down there. Let's see if we can get some of this out. I hope I find some more of this stuff now. I'm really intrigued. Finding new irons, that's something that I don't really ever do. Especially a Rowenta, because like obviously a lot of. Let's try the water jet functionless. Ooh, okay. It's producing a lot of steam there. It's dropping out some water. If I bring it this way a bit and get to see the it's leaking out water though. I'm going to switch the heat. I'm going to switch the steam off. I don't think it's meant to be producing steam at that temperature. No. Weird, because you can hear it trying to. Yeah, that's more like it. Right, spray some of the water down. That's good. So what you use the water for, if you're not too sure of, you use it for stubborn creases, because it helps produce steam even if the iron's not on a steam setting. I think it's like it's trying to produce steam. Well, that'll be nice for tomorrow's jeans. I'll keep them safe. Right, time to crank her up to the maximum for cottons. Really creased shirts. All the way, and we'll enable the steam. This thing becomes like the Flying Scotsman now. Ooh, blimey. He's not spitting water out, I better be careful about that. Well, Rowentas do produce a lot of steam. Running the Beatles. I would just say let it be for these creases, but you know. If I said let it be, then my laundry would be piling up 8 days a week. Okay, I need to stop the Beatles reference. If anyone's a fan of these, by the way, I'm actually selling these shirts on Depop or Vintage, so I'm actually going to put them up. That's why I'm ironing them. Right, let's try this out. Blimey. Oh, I can smell the detergent coming off this. I'm going to stand away from this iron because I'm actually like kind of a bit scared that it's putting out this much water. Should it be doing that? It's spitting out tons of water. Okay. Oh, it just seems a bit worrying that it's doing that. What if I dress like Duran Duran tonight? I might actually do that. I'll wear my reflex jacket. But, in a way, that's actually really doing a good job. It smells good. I love the smell of the iron. Let's buy some water. Oh, the heat off this thing is intense. I don't know if it should be spitting water like that. That's the only thing I'm a bit concerned about it doing that. Iron is still producing that kind of new smell. It'll probably go off in a bit. That will. Spray some water down. It sprays at quite a nice wide angle. I quite like. It is getting in there for those tough creases though. Really good. Okay, doing good. As part of the review, I'm going to demonstrate the self-clean function on this. So the first thing you've got to do is switch your iron off, unplug it from the mains, and then you're going to take it to either a sink or a container. Never do it while the iron is on. I learned many hard ways from doing that. Alright, so while the iron is still hot, you're going to take it to your sink. I'll show you what to do. So what you do on this iron, as you see, you nudge this to the left, to the right I mean. That's what it will do. It will get very steamy. Make sure you do not drop any of that water down. It just basically flushes it out. You can probably see all the water coming out of it. Oh, water. I know we didn't do a temperature check on this iron, but it will do that so long as there's enough heat in it. It helps flush out limescale or any impurities in the water. Just release it, and I turn the temperature setting back down, and I can just put that in. But just be careful, because when you move the iron there might still be some steam in there. Okay. Right, that's all the water out of the iron. Just careful that any water doesn't drip off it. You can use a towel if you need to, just to wipe it, like I do here. Be careful, that water's going to be absolutely boiling. Alright, so just to finish up this review, this was a Rowenta, is it DK1200? No, DX1200. Effective iron, very effective indeed. Brand new from the box from 2006, or 2005 it was made, brought in 2006 though. So for an older iron, I suppose things were a bit different back then with the features. But in comparison to sort of today's irons, I sort of think it lies with its performance, despite being a Rowenta, I think it lies more with the sort of Russell Hobbs kind of irons. It doesn't have the features that the Rowentas are known for today. I'm not too sure where this sat in the lineup, sort of probably mid-range. It's got a lot more than your basic model would have had. So the only thing I just say about it is that because it's new and it's probably been in storage for so long, it has produced a very putrid smell in this room. It smells more like burning plastic. That's probably because that's been sat so long in storage. all new irons you get will produce that smell. That's why you are told to let it heat for a bit. Today's irons will require you to iron a wet towel just to get some of it off. I was doing that here, wetting a bit of the board and just dragging the iron back and forth, and it did help reduce it a bit. But performance-wise, I mean, it's done quite well for these shirts. There's my shirt up there. So you can see that's pretty much some little creases on the side that I didn't get, but it's done very well. Heats up very quick. Probably the fastest iron I say for heating up. So I'll put a link to all of Rowenta's irons. I'll just send you to their website and you can choose what you get from there. I think the model that's equivalent to this one today is probably, I believe it's the DW, is it DW115, I can't remember what it is, 85118 or something it is. It's one of the, I think it's a Steam Focus model, rather than Steam Force, which is the one that I've got, the red one. But for me, Rowenta have always been my favourite brand for irons. I've never had any problems with any of them, and I own quite a few of them, actually. I'll just show you the collection I've got. So from here, this is all Rowenta, and this here is where that one's going to sit. So I've got all this. You're talking most recent. I'm not sure if they still sell this one on the market. You're talking most recent. This is the new one from Solihull. That was also brand new. The first one I got, 90s. You're talking 90s, 80s. This is like early 2000s and 90s. I think this one is late 90s, and that's obviously 80s from Morphy Richards. So they do quite span a lot of ranges, and honestly, this one here I've got the best iron I've ever used. I use it for a friend who often asks me to iron her sheets for her, and this thing produces such good results from a small, basic domestic iron. So yeah, I definitely recommend you guys to go over Rowenta. If you've got a bit of extra money to spend on an iron, why not? If you're not someone who wants to spend that money on a larger steam generator based one, I'd say go for Rowenta, one of these small ones. Do try and look for their Steam Force or Steam Focus models. You can find them either on the website or pretty much anywhere on the internet will sell them brand new. I know John Lewis was selling them for quite a while, and so were the Bensall centres, but I think they've since stopped doing that. Same with Tesco. Tesco is where I got that one from. But if you ever go into a British Heart Foundation store, find these things secondhand. They are always tested. Don't worry if you ever get one with burn marks on it. There is a method that you can use. If you look at one of my previous iron videos I did back in January of that Panasonic one, the smoky one, just get an aspirin tablet or paracetamol, just rub it over the sole plate. That's one way to do it. So anyway, I shall leave you with that, and I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I know not everyone on here is interested in irons, but it is something else I do portray on here. Part of the reviews and just part of me being a collector. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to keep it supreme and go with the flow.